It is time for Studio 17's Feel Good Friday, brought to you by our good friends at McWilliams Walden. Every week, we're bringing you inspiring stories from right here in our community, stories of kindness, resilience, and the people who are making a real difference. Today, we're shining light on Flood Ministries and the work they are doing to support people experiencing homelessness in Kern County. Joining us once again is Kari to share how the community can get involved. Hi, Kari.
Hi, how are you?
I'm so good. It's great to have you back. I feel like it's been way too long.
I know, it's been at least 1 week.
Well, it was cold last time I talked to you, so it's been a while because it is hot now.
If only we could have held on a little bit longer to that cold weather. My gosh.
I miss it already. Okay, so let's talk about how you're doing this year since we're kind of getting a catch up now.
You know what? This year has been very transformative. There's a lot going on that could alter our funding, so we're really fighting and calling out to the community to bolster our efforts to help reduce homelessness and to stand by all these agencies that are working so hard to make a difference, even as we all are kind of adjusting to the changes that are happening.
Yeah, there's a lot of changes happening. Let's talk about some of the supplies you need the most right now.
Absolutely. Okay, so for our housed clients, we need cleaning supplies. That's something that people don't usually donate.
Yeah.
You don't really think of that right off the top of your head, but in order to maintain a home and have a successful residency, you need to be able to care for it.
Right.
So any cleaning supplies would be vastly appreciated. And for our people who are still living in unsheltered conditions, you know, it's warming up. We were just talking about sunscreen, water, and season-appropriate clothing. You know, we have been very blessed this winter to have a lot of warm clothing, but now we're coming into the season where we need the t-shirts, shorts, tank tops in adult sizes.
The heat here is so horrible too. I mean, it's bad when you're in a home that has an air conditioner chugging along. I can't even imagine, you know, being outside or being in a place that's not safe and also having to deal with the heat here locally.
Absolutely, it is an absolute health hazard, and so we're doing our best to mitigate those risks.
Now, I love that you use like a housing first approach, so let's talk about that.
Absolutely. You know, the housing first is such a beautiful concept because it's true that really, in order to address any secondary needs, if you're dealing with mental health, behavioral health, substance use, even, you know, if there's anything else going on, trauma, homelessness in itself is traumatic. First, you have to have a safe place to do that from. So Housing First really champions the idea that we put somebody in housing and then we wrap our arms around them and we say, we're going to connect you to those services that are going to get you on that path to stability. So we believe in it, we act on it every single day, and we are looking forward to more opportunities to do so.
So that's the foundation of our support.
Correct, yes.
Okay, so let's talk about upcoming events and drives, and you know, you talked about some financial issues coming up, so let's talk about getting people involved.
Absolutely. You know, if you have a voice and you are wanting to advocate, please advocate. You know, our Delano Navigation Center in Delano really needs your help right now. We're at a critical tipping point for our funding there, and we want to be able to continue serving rural Kern County. We're the provider of outreach services in rural Kern, so if you can bolster, donate to help keep that center open so that all of our friends in that community can continue having a safe place to come, that would be so appreciated. And for our outreach here too, you know, every little bit counts, and we're so blessed to have been a homegrown agency, and so we're now turning back to that same support system and saying, please help see us through this time so that we can continue our work and make sure that these services continue.
Yes, so please reach out to Kari. You can be a business, a church, another community support group, and then you can also donate items or time if you're just an individual. So there's always so many ways to help you out.
Absolutely. You know, I tell our management team this all the time. I'm like, you know, everything is welcome because we need everything. We utilize everything. You know, if you have a heart to serve, we have a place for you.
Thank you so much, Kari. It was great to have you on today.
Thanks for having me.
All right.
Always a pleasure.
We are going to keep chatting over here. We got more Studio 17 coming up.